Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the officers of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county, and of those whose interests you've committed to our charge. Amen. Clerk, kindly take us through the order of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. Order paper number 301 of Wednesday, 21st May 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Statement time. Next order.
Commencement of business. Order number 8, adoption of the motion to rescind decision of the House on the report of lands, physical planning, housing and urban development committee on the proposed sublease of land to made editors for establishing a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in Kisumu and support for its conversion to a special economic zone by Honorable Boyton Ratib.
Honorable Boyton.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I arise to move a motion to rescind the resolution of the House made on 14th May 2025, declining to adopt the report of the Committee on Lands and Physical Planning, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development on the proposed sublease of land to made editors of the establishment of a pharmaceutical processing plant in Kisumu and its designation as a special economic zone. Mr. Speaker, aware that pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 47, no motion may be moved, which is the same in substance as a question which has been resolved, either in affirmative or in a negative, during the preceding 6 months in the same session, except that a motion to rescind the decision on such a question may be moved with the permission of the Speaker. Further aware that based on the provision of Standing Order number 47, this House is bound by its decisions unless there is need to move a motion to rescind such decision, which may be done only by the approval of the Honorable Speaker. cognizant that in principle hallowed chamber of a legislature such as ours is expected to take a decision on a matter, having consciously applied itself to the substance of the matter and consequence on a decision it makes, one way or the other. Eskin May's a treatise on the law, privileges, proceeding, and usage of Parliament, 24th edition, on page 426, has emphasized this procedure as follows. That a question being once made and carried in affirmative or a negative cannot be questioned again, but must stand as a judgment of the House. Acknowledge that on the 14th May 2025, during a plenary sitting of the County Assembly of Kisumu, this Honorable House considered and resolved not to adopt a motion moved by the chairperson of the Committee on Land, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development regarding the committee's report on the proposed sublease of land to med-editors for the establishment of a pharmaceutical processing plant and its designation as a special economic zone. Aware that the decision of the House was substantially influenced by material misinterpretation, factual ambiguities, and inconsistency within the committee report, particularly concerning the identification of the parcel of land subject to the proposed sublease, thereby undermining the ability of the House to reach an informed and constitutionally grounded decision. Recognizing that the parcel of land referred to in the prayers of the original motion as RL number Miwani/12-2 was consistent with the parcel documented in official instruments, namely Kibos 654/45, grant number 123371, and being a portion thereof measuring 10 acres, which is correctly referred in. 1. The concession agreement entered between the county government and med-editors. 2. The governor's application to the Special Economic Zone Authority by the letter reference ZEZA/Med-editors/Volume 1-2, dated 17th February 2023. And third, the survey report and forwarding letter from the CECM for land, physical planning, housing and urban development with reference number CS/Kisumu/Volume 1/12/020, which was dated 14th December 2024. Conscious that the continued effect of the resolution of 14th May 2025 would undermine legitimate public interest, frustrate constitutional obligation of the Assembly to facilitate equitable development and investment, and compromise the integrity of legislative decision-making process. Acknowledging that the proposal to establish a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility and its designation as a special economic zone holds significant socio-economic promise for Kisumu County, including but not limited to: 1. Creation of skilled and semi-skilled employment. 2. enhancement of the county's industrial base and manufacturing capacity. 3, reduction in the cost of and increased access to essential medicines. And 4, increased revenue collection through industrial and investment and land use optimization. Recognizing further that the Honorable Speaker, by a considered approval pursuant to a request for rescission, did grant express permission for the rescission of the resolution in accordance with Standing Order number 47-2A, having satisfied himself that the earlier decision was tainted by material misinterpretation, factual ambiguity, and inconsistency. 2, correct and clarified information is now available to aid the House reconsideration. And 3, the matter is of urgent public importance, significant economic implication, and considerable constitutional interest under Article 201D, 227, and 174 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Now, therefore, I pray that this Honorable House resolves to 1, rescind the resolution made on 14th May 2025, rejecting the motion on the report of the Committee of Land, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development, proposed sub-lease of land to Med-Adidas for establishment of a pharmaceutical processing plant and its designation as a special economic zone. Prayer number 2, direct the Committee on Lands and Physical Planning to table a correct and updated report reflecting clarified information regarding the subject parcel of land and associated documentation. And 3, mandate that the correct report be subjected to renewed debate and consideration in plenary to enable the Assembly discharge its constitutional and legislative obligation effectively and in public interest. Honorable Speaker, having moved the motion, may I call Honorable Nerea Okombo to support, to second. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And honorable members, a motion has been moved to rescind the decision that was made on the floor of the House. And we understand, Mr. Speaker, that when a question is put and carried on the negative, either negative or affirmative, then it ought not to come unless 6 months has passed or so. But Mr. Speaker, as has been stated by my honorable chair, Lance, there are circumstances under which the decision of the House can be rescinded. Number 1, in the event that the decision so made is determined defective, just as my chair has said, that the decision was based on factual and ambiguity. Mr. Speaker, the House can also rescind a decision once the House seizes a new evidence that would inform decision that was different from the evidence that it earlier had. Mr. Speaker, there was a confusion whether the parcel in question was in the name of an individual, the county, or an institution. Mr. Speaker, we just confirmed that the parcel in question belonged to the Great Lakes University. The county was acquiring it, is in the process of acquiring it. Mr. Speaker, some amount has been made, and we are in the process as a county to acquire that land. And so the parcel does not belong, Mr. Speaker, to an individual. Mr. Speaker, there was also a question as to whether it was one parcel or three parcels. And the House was confused as to which parcel was being leased to this particular private developer. Mr. Speaker, we got new evidence, and now we know that the three pieces that were being talked about were actually two parcels collapsed into one. And now the third one was now actually the 10-acre parcel that is being acquired by the county for the purposes of this lease. Mr. Speaker, we can also rescind our decision as the House to extricate the House from a living limbo resulting from unconscious decision. Mr. Speaker, if we as a House stand our ground and refuse to reconsider our resolution, then, Mr. Speaker, as a county, we may lose an investment of a lifetime. Mr. Speaker, I just got some a new guideline that the Treasury just published, dated 24th. And on this deadline, guideline, Mr. Speaker, the Treasury specifies the details that these public-private partnerships should include. And Mr. Speaker, one of them, some of these requirements are the names of the projects, project description, estimated cost, and potential stakeholder impacts. All these, Mr. Speaker, I've had my chair Lance speak of them. And Mr. Speaker, I can see that already, even before this circular by the Treasury was out, this particular private developer had, Mr. Speaker, aligned with the requirements so needed to undertake a proper public-private partnership. And in this regard, Mr. Speaker, allow me a second the motion to rescind the decision that was made on this floor to allow med editors be given land to invest for the benefit of Kisumu County residents. Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, the adoption of the motion to rescind the decision of the House on the report of Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development Committee on the proposed sublease of land to Meditators for establishment of pharmaceutical manufacturing plants in Kisumu and support for its conversion to special economic zone have moved as seconded. Though I want to make it clear that when I looked at the motion presented, the prayers are very clear that number one prayer is to rescind the decision. Number two is to allow the committee to retable the report and to debate it effectively. So the Honorable Deputy Speaker, I'm just trying to guide you that the prayers are very clear. The prayer is not to give the land. The prayer is to rescind the decision and allow the committee to table a fresh debate before a resolution is made. And by that, I want to propose a question. And I propose that Same motion is open for debate. Yes, Honorable Gad Olema.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to contribute on this motion. Mr. Speaker, from the onset, I want to say I want to oppose this motion to rescind the decision of this House. Mr. Speaker, by what we have been given to be called a motion before us, has no authenticity of the committee in charge. The interest of who is behind this is not known, because I wish it was tabled to the committee so that we know the public interest as to why the decision that this House made is not pleasing the public. I think we are conscious enough, and this House has men and women honorable enough that knows what they are doing. If we just made a decision the other day, last week, that we don't feel it's right to lease our land to a private developer, then 3 days down the line, we are told there's a public interest. Without even a petition to this House, without anybody bringing any document before us, that there is an interest, which is public interest, that we need to safeguard. Mr. Speaker, from what we have been given by the chair of the committee, if you look at the reasons as to why, it's only that the speaker is allowed a leeway for a motion that is passed either in affirmative or in the negative to be brought back to this House. No any other reason apart from that. Because the issues that were raised were very pertinent. As Kisumu County, what are the benefits we are getting by leasing to somebody privately our land? By giving somebody land as Kisumu County, most of the members in this House today are struggling to get public land, to buy land from private developers so that we can do public facilities. I want to state categorically here that I've done in my ward 4 markets in private land, and the county has not been able to pay for those things to date. It's now almost 4 financial years. And there we are buying land, then leasing to somebody in the name of a private developer, when we don't even know what we are going to gain as a county. In terms of employment which has been brought here, we cannot assure that by that private company being in Kisumu, Kisumu residents are going to be employed. We cannot ring fence the employment to Kisumu residents alone. People will come from all the way from Siaya, from Mombasa, from Turkana to come and work here. And therefore, as Kisumu County, and the interest that we serve in this county as MCS is that the interest of the constituents we serve. What are they going to gain by us spending money to buy land? Then we come back here and tell them we bought land and gave it to somebody to do his personal business. We want to see the contract that the county has with the developer. We want to see the documents the county has with those developer. Because we have so many entrepreneurs, we have so many businessmen within this county who just lack land, and if we could begin this opportunity, we can bring so many of them to this county so that they can invest. If the county can be able to be buying land for each and every private developer. And therefore, members, I want to ask you that unless some of us who are here to pass this motion were insane, confirm to us so that we bring that to the attention of the IBC so that you are taken out of this House. But if you are sane enough and we know what you are doing, let's not rescind our decision until and unless we get the rightful documents pertaining to this individual, the owners of that company called Meditas. Who are they? What are they going to do? And how is the county going to serve with them? The land in question is leased for Kisumu County for 50 years. I've just had the deputy speaker saying we are still processing the title. The title is already on the wall. I've seen the title that was processed last month, on 25th of last month. It means this is a very big interest and a private interest. We want to know this interest and who's pushing for this interest. And therefore, before we go and rescind this decision, can we get the owners of this company? Who is this private developer? And what is his network and his connections with Kisumu County? And why must we give that land to the specific individual? I object and I oppose the motion.
Yes, Honorable Tom Nyauke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the mover of the motion did explain to us the reason why we have to present this prayer, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is true that on the 14th, this motion did not go through because...
All honorable members, allow Honorable Tom Nyauke to present his case.
Because of certain issues that were also realized during that time that we were debating. Mr. Speaker, we are all aware that during the time that we were debating this motion, quite a number of things were identified by the members and has been summarized in one of the paragraphs as material misinterpretations, factual ambiguities and inconsistencies within the committee's report. It is true that there are certain issues which were pinpointed at the time that we were doing this debate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, up to this point, the mover of the motion has not requested that we proceed and give this land, but he wants us to come back to that motion so that the issues that my colleague, Honorable Gadolima is raising can be raised once this debate comes back to this assembly with all the ambiguities that were seen and realized revised. Mr. Speaker, there are certain documents that must have not been attached in that particular report at the time we were discussing, Mr. Speaker. Now, that those
Honorable Uchele
are available, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Now that all those documents are now available, Mr. Speaker, I think it will be prudent for us to come back to this report, look at it seriously and categorically, and then we can be able to pinpoint whether we are going to approve or shoot it down, but with sufficient documentations that we expect to have. Mr. Speaker, the prayers that the mover of the motion has given are just very simple prayers. Just 2, not 10, that will rescind the resolution. And the prayer, Mr. Speaker, is to allow this House to come to a proper decision. So even whether we shall be rejecting the report or supporting the report, Mr. Speaker, we shall only be able to do so with evidence and documents that shall have been provided before this House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support the report.
Kelvin Raro.
Mr. Speaker, I also rise to contribute in this special report before the House. And Mr. Speaker, I want to start that I'm guided with Article 62 of the Constitution, especially 62(2), where you know that county government can also held land or have land in trust of the people of Kisumu County. And that is the reason why a county government can own a land, and while owning that land, they own it on behalf of the citizen or people of Kisumu County. And for that reason, I don't know, but the point that comes out clearly from the motion that has been moved is that we have 2 different things that really needed the assembly to make a good decision. One, why we needed that land, and if that land, the other part of it, the issue of the investor. We have seen the special or additional information that has been given there. I've seen even the title deed that has been given at the time it was given. And it means that the county already possessed that land. And the worry that we had, the motion that was discussed last week, it is clear that the county possessed that land. But Mr. Speaker, The issue of the investor also is something that is not coming out clearly, according to me, Mr. Speaker. I was privileged to be in the first assembly where there was an investor, a serious one by the name Madam R Enterprise. Madam R tried lobbying for members. Honorable Ocello was lucky to fly to Germany to see what Madam R had in Germany. Or some few members, almost half of the assembly, I know they're here. Honorable James Omola and the rest went to Germany on such an invitation of a private developer or investor. And a lot happened. Later to realize that the channel was not good. So sometimes we are very innocent as members, and most of the deals are done by the executive. They have the details. They know a lot about anything they are pursuing. But the moment it is brought to the assembly, we are given little information about an agreement that will automatically make members to disagree with some of this report. For example, this report and the way it is being moved and the speed and the interest that change immediately surprised me. And I hope majority of the members will be okay with supporting the motion just because the interest is so big. And for that interest, we might bow down. But the point that you want to pass across is that anything that is pertaining to this county and will need an agreement that will take over 30 years will not be something that we can play with within 30 seconds or 30 minutes and say it is done. So, Mr. Speaker, I join Honorable Gad by disagreeing with the motion that has been rescinded. And my voice or my take on that whoever is behind this and is really pushing for this to happen very fast, I wish he had a good reason why he failed, like the developer will fail by the next month. But if it is something that is very straightforward, Mr. Speaker, let everything be in black and white. Let members support something that will change the people of Kisumu County or the business or revenue of Kisumu County. But if there's nothing you are gaining from the agreement or the partnership, I don't think we should hurry in trying to lure an investor by giving out a big piece of land, and there's nothing we are going to gain as a county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Zako Koyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me this opportunity to support the motion. Mr. Speaker, I'm privileged to be one of the committee members of Lands and Physical Planning. And Mr. Speaker, the motion before this House is to ask the members of the Assembly to rescind the decision or the motion which was passed on 14th of this month. I don't know why, Mr. Speaker, we want to cross the bridge at which we haven't reached. Because the truth is, when this motion is passed to rescind the decision which was made on 14th, it will allow us, the members of the committee, to dig more into this and bring the correct report, which maybe some members are realizing that was not brought before the House, so that we can discuss or table to this House and see if we can still reject the report or we can pass the report. Mr. Speaker, in my knowledge, I think it is correct to rescind or to allow the motion to be brought back to this House so that we can know what really is contained in this report or what was not reported fully or was not included in this report. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, allow me to ask my fellow members that we are yet to reach to where you want to argue whether we need to reject the motion or allow the motion. So, Mr. Speaker, thank you, and I support.
I'd allowed you that after Honorable Koi, it's you, Honorable Regina. Proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm sorry I have flu, so that is why my voice is not so clear. But Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion to rescind based on the additional information that was provided in our WhatsApp page. I rise to support the motion to rescind. And again, Mr. Speaker, I've gone through the additional information and I've just found out that the land is in Miwani, that is in Muroni sub-county. So my reason to rescind, Mr. Speaker, it's because the land is in Miwani, that is one. The land is in Muroni sub-county, that is two. Three, it is going to provide employment for our people in Muroni sub-county, Mr. Speaker. So I'm rising to rescind because because, Mr. Speaker, this is something that is going to help our people, the Obanda in Moroni, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, I support.
Yes, Honorable Sami.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to support this motion, Mr. Speaker, because from the report,
What is it, Honorable Members? Why don't you give Honorable Sami time to air his debate? Honorable Sami, you are protected. Proceed.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think no one is perfect. So at times, we have to be corrected. And the chair of the committee has only requested for him to be allowed to rescind the report. So I don't think there's no harm if you allow the chair to do so. And again, for my knowledge, I think it's not for, it will only not benefit the only one sub-county, as Honorable Regina was suggesting. And again, Mr. Speaker, the same Honorable Regina want to be a women rep. So I don't know whether she will be a women rep for Moroni only or Kisumu County. Again, we are in support because I think it will benefit the resident of Kisumu County. So I support it and it will pass. Thank you.
I have noticed you. Okay, I wanted to give Honorable Were because of seniority, but he's back. So let me give Honorable Komudo.
Many thanks, Honorable Speaker. Again, thank you so much, Honorable colleagues. I am privileged this afternoon to contribute on this very meaningful subject. And I call it meaningful because a number of times we tend to resist and actually object things based on false grounds or without doing much of investigation or groundwork. I arise here to support the decision to rescind. I was not there, particularly on the day that things became chaotic or it was declined, but I see good reasons. Honorable Speaker, a number of times we are used to objecting to things. A number of times we get to follow people blindly. Mr. Speaker, I smell a rat. And the rat I'm smelling is that we have to go by the things which are tabled. I have listened to the report which has been presented by the chair. It makes a lot of sense. Honestly, we can only get changes when we allow the new people to come in. If we were to do things the same way, we'd not be expecting different results. The new investors are coming along. The new investors shall come along with the new opportunities in terms of employments. The new investors shall actually not only be good for Kisumu only, but for the whole region, if you may call it Western, because I want to believe a huge potential of the employment lies with the new investor. Honorable Speaker, if we made a mistake, then we have realized. We get to get back, and I support the motion, and we allow the process. Thank you.
Honorable Were, then Honorable Dega.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to support the motion to rescind the decision that was made earlier. Mr. Speaker, the basis of rejection was about the parcel of land. And Mr. Speaker, if you look at the motion, there was additional information and new evidence that is now correcting the matters that made members to reject earlier motion. Mr. Speaker, also if you look at the legal provision, our standing order, which gives us the basis now to discuss this rescinding motion. Mr. Speaker, again, I'm supporting this on the basis of public interest. Mr. Speaker, this is going to create employment opportunities for our people. The Kisumu County people are going to get an opportunity of getting our sons and daughters to be employed. I think that is a matter of public interest. Mr. Speaker, another one is a political factor. This project has a political goodwill, and it means that it has the support of our county government. And when it has the full support of the county government, it is something that is going to benefit our people. And Mr. Speaker, the last one will be that I just want to, as I support this motion, I just want to urge our honorable colleagues that let the public interest supersede any interest. Let us put our heads together, our minds together. So I therefore support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Dega.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I arise to support the motion to rescind the motion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, during last time when the motion was going on, I wasn't around, but the report I got that time, the motion was naked. But right now, the motion has a supporting documents which can show that it is a good process to support the ground. Mr. Speaker, and again, convincing investors or partnership is difficult. It takes a time to convince the investors to come to Kisumu. And you see very well how investors are coming to Kisumu. Let us welcome the investors. We get the opportunity of the jobs. As you see, that project is coming along my ward at Kajulu. And right now I'm constructing a medical and a health center. We will get medicines just direct from the factory at the Miwani Road. I support the motion, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Warindu, Miwani Ward.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to also support the motion. Mr. Speaker, the motion did not go through because there were some reasons given, unless there are some hidden reasons that we still don't understand. And if you look at the information that we've been given, all the reasons that were cited at that point have been dealt with, and how I wish that we can hold our horses for those who are opposing for those that are opposing the motion to rescind the decision that was made, so that we go through and analyze the documents that will be provided by them, and all the attachments that will be there. Mr. Speaker, I was privileged to be one of the attendees when the public participation for this was held, and all the people who were there were supporting the establishment of a pharmaceutical company at Great Lakes University. Sometimes, Mr. Speaker, it always forces us to look at the greater good, that which will come from this company after it has been established. And I want to believe that it answers one of our cries of unemployment in our country. And if this is given a chance to be established, I know and I believe that most of our youth from Kisumu County will be engaged in that company. So I will urge and request this Honorable House to give this report a chance and analyze it critically and make an informed decision when that report will be brought to this House again. Thank you so much. I support Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ken Ouko.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me also give my view on a decision to rescind the motion which was presented by the Planning Committee. Mr. Speaker, I beg to disagree so that later on, as a member of the County Assembly and a person who is in charge of the oversight, Mr. Speaker, I'm not against an investor coming to Kisumu County. But truly, before we allow any investor to invest in Kisumu County, we need to do a thorough check. We need to be thorough on the kind of papers brought to the Assembly. For one, now we don't know the company called Meditan. It would have been a very good...
What is the point of order, Honorable Nyauke?
Mr. Speaker, I think the honorable member may be misleading us, as I can see, because the motion now is not about giving or verifying the facts of the matter. The motion before us is just to rescind. That is what is supposed to debate, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ken.
A point of information.
Honorable.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, what is it, Honorable Tom Onditi?
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I just wanted to inform Honorable Nyauke that he needed to be keen when a member is presenting his opinion. I think Mr. Nyauke seemed not to be getting English language correct.
Honorable Tom Onditi, I rule you out of order. Number one, when a member has raised a point of order, it is only advisable that you dispense off with the point of order before you allow another point of order. But I gave you time because I saw you are insisting that you want to give something. But I want to say that Honorable Nyauke is right. we are discussing the motion by the Committee of Lands through their chair to rescind the decision that was made on the 14th of May. And his prayers are very clear. And for the sake of moving, I want to maybe repeat again that number one, they are praying that we rescind that decision. And the decision was that their report was rejected. So they want us to rescind it. Number two, they want the committee to table again a corrected and updated report based on the findings that he has mentioned, that there are new information, they have made some solution. Then number three, the number three prayer is the committee be mandated to subject the report to a new debate. That is what we are discussing. If the House agrees with this, then it means we give them the prayers. They will have to table afresh the report and we discuss. If the House rejects this motion, then standing order number 47 2B, yeah, will not allow Honorable Boyton to again bring a motion to rescind the decision of this House today. So we only have one chance, that we either agree with this motion or reject it. But that will come at the end of the debate. And I want to repeat that if you agree with it, then they will have to bring a new report. That new report will be debated just like you had never seen it before. If you disagree with the report, then it dies. A natural death, we wait for how many months? 6 months, unless we were near the next session is when it can be less. Assuming we are in October, then the next session starts in February. Then that is not 6 months. But if it is within the session, it has to wait for 6 months. So, Honorable Ken Ouko, I believe you are guided.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Truly, I'm guided. If you are given opportunity really to look into the report, assess, make a conclusive decision, which is in favor of our people, Mr. Speaker, I support.
Honorable Tom Onditi, I've seen you, Honorable. I know, Honorable Chair, but I think you stood after I noticed Honorable Onditi. So I will give you next.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would have loved to support the rescinding of this, the motion of rescinding of this debate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think
Honorable Tom, we are not rescinding the debate. We are rescinding the resolution.
The resolutions of the House
on the 14th of May.
May 2025. Thank you for that correction. Mr. Speaker, I would have support the rescinding of the resolution, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, I also acknowledge the fact and everything that have been said here, Mr. Speaker, including the fact that this proposed pharmaceutical company, when established, will create jobs. And I also made to understand that it's likely to create a job for the Moroni people, which are also likely to be a beneficiary because I also come from Moroni. But, Mr. Speaker, I also would have loved to support this motion because it is giving an opportunity.
What is the point of order, Honorable Sami?
Mr. Speaker, I want to inform the Honorable Ndidi that the project belongs to Kisumu County, not to Moroni Sub-County. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, this is the disadvantage of people who are not listening. How I wish Sami listened to my statement very well. I said I am made to understand that the people of Moroni are likely to be the beneficiary. Mr. Speaker, I would have loved to support this motion because the prayers, if granted, will provide an opportunity for this report to be presented afresh so that it gives members another opportunity to debate this report, Mr. Speaker. However, Mr. Speaker, I think I am opposing this thing on the ground that people should be serious before presenting such important document to this House. Because why is it that after the report was defeated is when additional, which are classified as important documents or materials, is when being presented? What was happening then? Why couldn't they present all these things? That means the committee was not serious with its job. So, Mr. Speaker, I am posing this thing so that this become a lesson to other committees that when they are dispensing with important matters, let them take their time and bring important matters so that such important reports are not defeated on ground of inconsistency and misinterpretation of facts. Otherwise, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Moses Ochele.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm privileged to be a member of the Committee of Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development. And Mr. Speaker, I contributed immensely in coming up with the report which was shot down at this very honorable House. I didn't shed tears, I didn't laugh, but I thought that was the best at that time. And Mr. Speaker, today I'm getting a new terminology which I've never got in this House. That we are rescinding our earlier resolution to shoot down a report which was researched for 6 months. Mr. Speaker, the word rescind, going by the primary Oxford University, the very elementary, it is revisiting your earlier mistakes, going back to the mistakes you did consciously or unconsciously. Going by Collins James Dictionary, is condemning your mistakes, the mistakes you did in the past, and struggling to correct them, or condemning your earlier position on a matter. That is the meaning of rescinding. So, Mr. Speaker, today, this very honorable House, on 14th of May, are moving a motion that the entire membership of this House were not sober, were not keen, were not patient enough to go through all that was tabled by the Committee of Lands, Physical Planning and Housing to an extent that they shut down what they didn't understand. And today, miraculously, we are being made aware that indeed we should not have shut it down. Mr. Speaker, this report, as it came from the Committee of Planning, Lands and Physical Urban Development, it came through a serious managerial committee called House Business Committee, chaired by the #1 member in this House, Mr. Speaker. This committee, Mr. Speaker, went through the report, considered all matters of threshold, and approved it, that indeed it satisfies the threshold to be debated in this House. No matter was raised, it never referred back to the committee. And today, Mr. Speaker, from 14th of May, that was Wednesday, last week, House Business Committee has just sat once. That was yesterday. And Mr. Speaker, procedurally and legally, this matter should be born out of a sitting from Committee of Planning. I've never seen a notice to that effect constituting a sitting of that committee. So I'm wondering today, Mr. Chair Planning, do you know what is tackle matters of the committee in your house? That you wake up in the morning, then you say, here I am
have brought a report to rescind the early decision, and this report is tabled today and to be discussed. And if that notice is there, Mr. Speaker, I want my chair to table it, because this report is our report. When did we sit? We didn't sit yesterday. Yesterday is when we made the calendar, and we have it here, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it has been done in a hurry that worries some of us, because if there was interest in this matter, then I think the procedure should have been followed. A schedule is made, the committee sits, membership is invited, we sit, and we agree as a committee that we propose, and we are ready to table a motion to rescind that earlier decision. That was not done. And if we go by that, Mr. Speaker, it's like we are beating our own reasoning of defending the rule of law. Mr. Speaker, it is easy to say that we've gotten new facts. It is easy to say that we need employment. Mr. Speaker, it is easy to say that it is a new dawn. Kisumu County is receiving new investment. In Moroni sub-county, and Moroni people, they are happy, but some of them are reasoning. But today I want to say it before the camera, because the public is watching us, that, Mr. Speaker, procedurally, the motion should not have been tabled, because the committee did not sit. Number two, Mr. Speaker, I cannot tell those who elected me that I'm a fool. I made a decision without considering.
Order. What is the point of order, Honorable?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to correct what my senior honorable member, Mr. Chele, is saying to this house. Mr. Chele, Honorable Chele is misleading this house, because I remember very well, we had a meeting as a planning committee, and this agenda was brought. We discussed it, and we realized that we could not get time to look into this report keenly before it was brought to this house. So I want to inform this house that we had a meeting, and I remember we signed for that meeting. So if Honorable Chele was not in that meeting, then he should be informed that we had a meeting before this report was brought to this house. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker. Just submit, Honorable Chele. What is it, Honorable Adega?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had my colleague and my senior, Mr. Chele, saying that, Honorable Chele, saying that he is not a fool. And this house, we are not fools, but only fools don't change minds. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, allow me to make my points, because I was quiet when others were deliberating, and I think I will not digress.
Mr. Speaker.
I'm still within the limits of the debate.
I'm keeping watch of your minutes. What is it?
Point of information, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform the House that a sitting of a committee should be signed. I gave an information here before when I contributed that the report we have in this house is not signed. It's only signed by the chairman. And therefore, Honorable Chele is right to say the chair runs this committee from his house, because no member signed it. We are being told new information were given. Did the committee adopt these new informations? And where are the signatures of adopting? How sure are we that the documents that are being brought now are genuine? Who certified these documents as genuine documents of this particular issue? And that's why I want to support what Honorable Chele is saying, that this thing must have gone through the committee.
Your information is given, Honorable God. Your information is passed.
And may Honorable Koyol get it fully.
I want to help Honorable. You are eating into the time of Honorable Moses Chele. What is it, Honorable Nerea? Is it, I want to rule on the orders that have come?
Speaker, you can rule, but I just wanted to correct my honorable colleague, Honorable Gad, that what the chair planning presented is not a report, but a motion by the chair planning based on a discussion that was held here in the chambers between the Committee of Planning and the House leadership, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
But that is what I wanted to present, that what we have, and it has to be clear that in the House Business Committee, yes, we schedule for motions, reports, bills. Let me say we schedule for activities of the House. So thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. This is a motion. And any member can bring a motion, whether it's from the committee or not. But I think the Honorable Chair has been informed. I don't want to get to that one, that there was a meeting. But again, I want to request, we are not discussing the report. We are discussing a request by a honorable member, which could have been done by any member anyway. The leader of majority could have brought the motion, or any other member could have brought the motion requesting that we rescind the decision. So please, I want us to bias ourselves only, to restrict ourselves on this motion.
I think, Mr. Speaker, I have not even gone to the report. I'm just on rescinding. So allow me just to continue. And sometimes your own house can amaze you, and you can be perplexed to find yourself in a strange territories. When the committee members, my colleagues in the Committee of Planning, one is saying we sat and we signed, Mr. Speaker. And the senior most Deputy Speaker says, we didn't sign, we didn't see it, it was a motion by the chair. Now, Mr. Speaker, there's this contradiction which amazes me. And it tells you that the motion before us today is not appropriately before this House. Mr. Speaker, the reference, and even when you are giving room for debate, you said it is a motion brought forth by the Committee of Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development. And that is what we are debating. But right now, we are talking of a motion sponsored by the Chair of Physical Planning. Not true, but I believe the direction we wanted to take is very clear. But it is a dangerous one, and it seems some of us have made up their mind and forgotten the reasoning bit of their mentality. If we were reasoning enough, we realized, Mr. Speaker, that just last week, we shut down this motion. We should have given time, even the committee, even the chair, as he was sponsoring this. Is it not even courteous for the chair to notify his members that on behalf of you, members of this committee, we are receiving that decision and I'm sponsoring a motion as a member of the assembly? Could that be courteous enough? So, Mr. Speaker, I summarize by saying that I'm not castigating my earlier decision. I supported the motion. If I say I'm not supporting today, then it means I'll be contradicting myself. If you go to the answer, I supported the motion, though with the reservations. If I say now that I'm rescinding, then I'm referring to myself that I'll be a fool of the highest order. Because rescinding what you didn't say is contradictory and doesn't make sense. And for those who supported, who did not support the motion, I believe there were very few, you can rescind. But majority, I don't know how you listen, but let it take the direction it's taking. But remember, what we are doing today, anybody keen listening can take this and challenge it in court, and all these things we are rushing can come back to us. Let's be patient, follow the law, do what is right at the time God has given us to do the right to this county. I'm not against any development, but I'm against hijacking procedures which gives loophole for litigations. This county, Mr. Speaker, we are overwhelmed by litigations. And Kisumu County residents are very happy in the court corridors. Any gap, pick it. And this matter is not just a cheap matter. It is a serious matter, and I believe very senior people in this country are watching us. And they are reading these loopholes. Are we rushing because we want to please somebody? If we are not pleasing somebody, let's do correct things at the right time. And eventually, because the land has been secured, eventually, procedurally, these Ameditas will get land. And before it gets land, who is the owner, Mr. Speaker? Who is the owner of these Ameditas? Could it be some people in this county going to register a company in America and coming back so that we buy them land to do that? That is a story for another day, but let's respect procedures and the rule of law. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me just to inform the House that rescission of resolutions is not being foolish. Mr. Speaker, that is why it is provided for under our standing orders. And when I was seconding the motion, Mr. Speaker, I gave 3 conditions under which a resolution can be rescinded. Number 1, Mr. Speaker, I said, if you allow me, that number 1 is in the event that the decision so made is determined to be defective. Number 2, when the House is seized of new evidence. And number 3, Mr. Speaker, is to extricate the House from a looming limbo. Mr. Speaker, if all procedures were deemed perfect and that no rescission were allowed, then it wouldn't have been provided here. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that this motion is properly before the House and that there is no illegality that is being done here warranting any legal
Information is home.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Information is home. Honorable Deputy Leader of Majority.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion. Mr. Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, when he stood up, explained under circumstances whereas a motion can be rescinded. One being that by the time the report was brought, they were lacking information, and those information can now be availed. It is for this reason that when it is rescinded, then the committee will go back and peruse those documents and probably bring them before the House when the motion is brought. And they are tabled, as members are saying, they do not have the details of the members of the original owners of Meditas. Those are the things that will be brought once this report is decided, rescinded. Then there was information that was lacking in regard to the title deed. It is in the common knowledge, we know, that on that day, it was appearing to be 3 title deeds. It has been established from some quarters that the original title deed was LR number 654/45. That was the parcel of 50
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Kelvin?
We have agreed, and from your direction, you have said that this was an individual motion from Boyton and it is not considered under committee. Because if it was about committee, some of those things he's saying was going to be confirmed and they speak in one voice. But you have said that this is a motion by the chair of the committee, meaning that most of the things that are brought have not been confirmed. But if the chair can confirm on behalf of the assembly, he has that authority, without the committee, then you can give direction so that Deputy Leader of Majority do not mislead us.
Honorable Kelvin, you know you are, just a minute, Honorable Lumumba. Honorable Kelvin, I believe the chair is taking notes, or the mover of the motion is taking notes, and we'll have time to reply. Honorable Lumumba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker was just bringing the history of what was lacking then that made the motion or the report to be rescinded. These are some of the information that will come now in this House officially to show that when it was brought here, it had 3 titles, yet it was 1 being subdivided into 2. When it was subdivided, 1 was Miwani parcel number 12 of 2. That is what has been given.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, I want to inform the House that the documents that we have before us, that my junior is reading, are not authenticated by this House. No committee has had to approve those documents he's talking about. And therefore, unless he wants to assure that he's the owner of those documents and they can be charged to be knowing those documents, what we are having are papers that can be from anywhere. The title deeds can be made even in River Road and anywhere. We want somebody who has authenticated, and that's why we wanted the committee members to sign for authentication of those documents so that we can own them as an house. Thank you.
Honorable Lumumba.
Mr. Speaker, I really fail to understand which direction this debate is taking us. The debate here, Mr. Speaker, is to rescind this decision because they were lacking information that when we rescind this decision, those information that were lacking will be brought in this House. I'm just hinting to you that to prove to you that those documents that were lacking will be brought. I'm not here to table them, but I'm telling you, wait and see those reports brought here and say, I am lying. Those are the reports that you should wait and be brought and convince you otherwise. This is what we are talking about. We're talking about the information that were lacking. They are going to be brought, including those who want to know who are the meritors. The committee will sit down, even interrogate and even call the meritors. And when they report in this House, they will give a report to the effect that these meritors, they are so and so, we call them. If that is not brought in this House, then you will be given an opportunity to debate on these, either to reject or to approve. What we want is the institution to be taken back. The committee will sit and bring those convincing reasons that were not there to make us move. No one amongst us here is against investment. In any case, the national government, the county government spend a lot of money going out to look for investors. In Rwanda, investors are seduced by being given free land to develop. The county government of Kisumu has gone ahead to buy land and give to investors. What do we benefit? Someone asked how we can benefit from this thing. We will benefit.
What is it, Bochele?
Mr. Speaker, the core mandate of county government, the core mandate of county government is to honor, respect, and execute its own development initiative. In matters of land, Mr. Speaker, the county government have projects lying on lands which are contested. Mr. Speaker, it has taken ages for such kind of lands to be paid for. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Chele.
And Mr. Speaker, like Nyaera, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Chele.
And now they are in a hurry to buy land.
Honorable Chele. Honorable Chele, I know you are trying to order Honorable Deputy Leader Majority. I will not allow you to find yourself back into the debate and procedurally. Because what you are trying to do is to steal your hour back into the debate and procedurally. And I will not allow you to do that one.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Be it as it is, Mr. Speaker, I want members to be honest with themselves. To know that we are not making a decision now and today. We want the truth to come out, and that is the reason we're deciding, so that the committee will bring all those gray areas that were not brought to this House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Honorable Mr.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Let me add my voice on this, but I've listened very, very carefully for the guidance that you gave, and now that I'm happy, the report will be brought back for discussion. But now my question, when will it be brought? Then, because I'm saying this because what is going on, what is going out here is that the county assembly made a wrong decision for not adopting not adopting the report. Therefore, this company, Sijia Data, they will go to Embu in the course of next month. Now I'm wondering, when will we discuss this again? When? Now, Mr. Speaker, it is very, very unfortunate. For the first time, I'm hearing that we are rescinding the decision which was made by this honorable house. And these people, they are learned. They are learned. They are not tomfoolery. But now we are being told and we are being forced to
Honorable Dari, I think you need to withdraw that. That's not parliamentary. We are not forcing any member. This is a debate. You will take your position, the other member will take his or her position, then we will come to putting a question. And when we put a question,
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I withdraw and I apologize. No, sit down. Mr. Speaker, my worry, and I thank the selection committee for giving me opportunity to be in a committee of trade. Since I came to that committee, there is a land each and every time, each and every financial year, it is being appropriation of some funds to buy land, and it has not been bought, which is that land cost around 100 million or 200 million. And today, industrial park, I'm talking of industrial park. Industrial park allocation, it has been allocated money each and every financial year, and it has not been bought. And this one, it has just taken 2 months, 3 months, and it has been bought. Where are we going to? Mr. Speaker, I agree that if this report will be discussed another day, then I support it. And if it will not be discussed, then it is I'm not in support of it. Thank you.
the Chief Whip.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this motion by the Honorable Boyton Okech, member of County Assembly representing Yalenda A. The motion to rescind an earlier decision which was made on 14th, I believe last week. Mr. Speaker, before I debate on the motion, I want to make a few remarks on the decision which was made on that day. Mr. Speaker, the decision which was made on that day, I believe, is a blessing in disguise to this House. And the Honorable Boyton Okech, as a member and the chairman of our committee, Mike is the chairman of that committee where I sit, I've seen it in wisdom after consulting the leadership of the House to bring this motion for the House and the committee to consider this matter based on inconsistency and ambiguity. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's only today, for your information, when we were sitting at leadership of this county, where the governor chaired, when we were talking about issues to do with land. And Mr. Speaker, members who served in the second assembly Hello, Honorable Gado Lema, Honorable Wiko Pete, who are very religious attendees of this house, are aware of this. We transferred 2 parcels of land, one to CPF, that is the county pension fund, that's under-donated, and to Love Fund, Makasembo, based on a rush. And today, we are still transferring another estate, that is Undiek Estate, to the same institution, that's HC, based on a rush. Because we didn't dig deep into why we are transferring these estates. And we are in a quagmire at the moment. That's why I'm saying that the decision of the House not to pass that motion on that day is a blessing in disguise. So that we go deeper, again, Honorable Boyton, so that we dig who are the directors of this house, this company. How many people are they intending to employ? Because, Honorable Warindu, we were told during that time that the Prime Minister and the President was supposed to come and launch those estates. We need to rush and pass the motion. We passed. Right now, go to Makasembu so that one person is employed in that place. You will be seen as a person who doesn't want investments to come in this town. So, going further, Mr. Speaker, to dig deep and know how this company is going to operate and who are the directors. Because you will find that this land was bought by the county government from that university. It's called which university? Great Lakes University. Where did they decide? Why did they decide to buy that land? When was the public participation done? The decision to buy land from Great Lakes University. Those are the things the committee of Boyton, okay, should go and dig deeper. Where was this decision made? Mr. Chair, Mr. Speaker, by allowing, and I believe in your wisdom, you saw it, Boyton to bring your understanding over 47. So that's another assembly. We don't find ourselves in the situation we found us. We found ourselves in I believe it's not 2022, 2021, late. Mr. Speaker, made auditors should be summoned. I now believe, Chair, he should be summoned to this house. Where all the members will be present. Because now this is a matter which is in public domain. The residents of Kisumu County are watching us. They want to know the director of media auditors, the people they are intending to employ, the kinds of drugs, the environment degradation they are going to make as a result of those drugs. We have rivers, Honorable Raro has been complaining, the more affluent are going to River Nyando and the Rivumbei. How are they going to manage those affluents? These are the decisions which will be made after the committee has dug deep into this matter. So, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this motion, and I believe members, you have brought very, very pertinent issues to this house. Likewise, the Honorable Kevin Oraru, and I know the Honorable Oiko is going to bring more. So, let's just allow the committee, Mr. Speaker, to go further and work on this report so that they bring a very comprehensive report. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Mr. Speaker, if you allow me a point of information, now that I've been mentioned.
Whom do you want to inform?
The House.
What is the information?
The reason as to why I was seriously opposing us to receive this motion.
Honorable Gadolema, I will not allow you to find your back.
No, I'm not. I'm just, from what the Chief Whip has said, Mr. Speaker, if you allow me.
Honorable Gadolema, order, just have a seat. The Honorable Chief Whip has only praised you for having brought very pertinent issues. He has not mentioned you negatively to allow me to give you a comeback, Honorable God.
Mr. Speaker, what I wanted to say.
Honorable God, you want to steal yourself back into the debate, I know.
Mr. Speaker, I wanted to change a decision that I'd made due to the conversation from the Chief Whip, what he has brought, and that is what I was saying, that from what I gave as my contribution, why I was refusing for us not to allow this rescindment of this motion. One was that already in our schedule, we are seeing the motion already slotted for tomorrow. And I don't know, between now and tomorrow, we cannot get all these things we want from those investors. And that is why, if the Chief Whip has allowed us, that the committee will go back and get all this information, then we are okay. I can now support rescindment so that the committee can go back and get us all the requirements that we've made. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable God, I don't want to set that precedence that I allow you to go back to the debate. You still have an opportunity now to vote. Honorable God, you could have debated on the negative, and if you want to rescind the decision now, the only time you have is during voting. If you say the end, but I don't want to set the precedence of members trying the debate.
Mr. Speaker, point of information, Mr. Speaker.
You see, now you give me the problem because now the
A point of information, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, point of information.
Whom do you want to inform?
I want to inform the House.
What is the information?
Sometimes when whip and majority leader do speak in assembly, they tend to, being that this is an ODM member assembly, when they speak, sometimes we tend to understand because it now sounds like the voice of the party. And that's why they're always there as leadership. So when they come up with something, they represent the party what? Position. So in that, Mr. Speaker, that's why my brother is also changing his mind, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Kelvin, be informed that the Honorable Leader of Majority and the Honorable Whip are like the government highs in the House. But whatever they say, do not maybe bar you from presenting your views. So please don't report that the Honorable Whip is forcing you to go alongside this way. If you want to change your mind, you can change during the voting time. What is it, Honorable Lumumba? You were debated. Honorable Lumumba,
Speaker, I just want to inform the House that I've realized something very, very important.
Honorable Lumumba,
I've realized, Mr. Speaker.
Have a seat, Honorable Lumumba. I think, Honorable God, you see the problem you put me in? Because now each member wants to find their way back into the debate. And the standing order is very clear that if you have an issue, Honorable Lumumba, that you want to say, you can speak to a member who have not spoken. I see Honorable Oiko is standing. You can whisper to him. He can present that case.
It is just, I'm just informing my brother, my Honorable Gado Lema, that I've realized it takes only whip to convince him. All that he said, the whip has said has been repeated here several times. Thank you very much for listening to my whip. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is a very important debate in this House because the county government of Kisumu wants an investor to come and do some massive investment. That is a credit. And the decision that was made last week was made. Here we are today. The picture we are getting is that the county government does not have enough land to give private investors. The county government must buy land so that the private investors are attracted. That is okay. Those are the information we want to put on the table. And we also want to dig deep into who these private investors are. Those are the things we want. Then we move on. So when a report is brought into this House, we interrogate and put a question mark and make a decision the way we did. We are not against the development. This shows how mature this House is. When reports come here, we look for the pros and the cons of the report. and a decision is made. We are encouraging the county government to buy more land to attract the private investors, and the assembly to do its due diligence when such matters come. And I hope as we move along, all the matters that have been raised here by the honorable members will be answered by the committee, so that we are satisfied on the decision we make at the end of it. We are not fighting the committee. That is what I wanted to say, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Jennifer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, going by the mood of the House, may I call the mover to reply?
Boyton, you have enough time. I think as per the order paper, you are the one who have the most number of minutes to reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to first say that I'm not going to take a lot of time, because I even realized that when the debate was going on, some members took the opportunity of even doing what I want to do now. A lot of information that have been tabled here, be it negative or positive, we take and we are happy, because this is the first debate, or one of the debates, that has come and has been properly interrogated, properly debated on, until members have come to a certain conclusion. Honorable Speaker, this was a special motion that was brought by me as the chair of the Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development. And it's not, and Honorable Speaker, it did not come from my house, as was alluded by another member. I did not sit with my family and decided to make a motion and bring to this house. This was a culmination of a meeting that was held here in plenary by the Honorable Speaker of the County Assembly of Kisumu and the Committee of Lands, Housing, Physical Planning and Urban Development, upon which I took initiative as the chair to bring a motion. And I'm happy because members of that committee even signed a sitting allowance. And one of them today is saying that he was not informed. This is pathetic, Honorable Speaker. If you sit in a committee and you sign attendance list for allowance, then tomorrow you come to the house and you deny being in that session, Mr. Speaker, I think measures should be taken against such kind of signing of committee sittings. Mr. Speaker, the motion today is not to discuss the report which was shot down on 14th of May in this Honorable House. But as prayers was asking the House to give us time as a committee, look at information that was not provided at that particular time, so that the decision that was made is rescinded and a motion will be brought back with all the information and the documentation that the House requires. Mr. Speaker, much of the issues that came out issues of employment, issues of land purchase, issues of public participation, issues of when clarity is not seen in this report, issues of when this piece of land was bought and transferred to the county government, matters of when will this motion be tabled back in this assembly, matters of when and why the acquisition of this piece of land was hurriedly done. All these matters, Mr. Speaker, will be addressed when the motion will be tabled again here in this floor of the House. I want to thank members, because from what I'm seeing, it is clearly evident that my prayer of presenting the resolution that was made on 14th May 2025 that rejected that motion will be approved. And I pray and I thank you, honorable members. Moving forward, any report that will be brought in the House will face serious interrogation, proper documentation before it is laid in the floor of this House. I reply, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable members, and now that a motion, that is adoption of a motion to rescind the decision of the House on the report of lands, physical planning, housing and urban development committee on the proposed sublease of land to med editors for establishing a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in Kisumu and support for its conversion to a special economic zone was moved, seconded and debated. As per our standing orders, I want to put a question. But before I put a question, I want to refer members once again to standing order number 47, which has severally been quoted. Let me make it clear that 47(2) Part A gives the provision for which a special motion can come to the assembly. And I read, a motion to rescind the decision on such a question may be moved with the permission of the speaker. And B, a motion to rescind decision on a question on a special motion shall not be allowed again. I hope you understand what it means. That the standing order provides an opportunity to rescind a decision made in the House. Now, this is a special motion. So once we vote on this motion, there is no any other opportunity to bring a special motion to rescind this special motion. That's the interpretation of that standing order. So I proceed to put a question that has many of the opinion that the motion, adoption of a motion to rescind the decision of the House on the report of lands, physical planning, housing and urban development committee on the proposed sublease of land to med editors for establishing a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in Kisumu and support for its conversion to a special economic zone. Those of that opinion say aye. The ayes have it. And the motion, adoption of the motion to rescind the decision of the House on the report of lands, physical planning, housing and urban development committee on the proposed sublease of land to med editors for establishing a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in Kisumu and support for its conversion to special economic zone have been adopted today, Wednesday, the 21st of May 2025 at 16:20 hours. And going forward, the meaning of that is that the House has resolved to rescind the resolution made on 14th May 2025 rejecting the motion on the report of the Committee on Lands and Fiscal Planning on the proposed sublease of land to mediators for establishing a pharmaceutical processing plant and this designation as special economic zone. Two, the committee is hereby directed, that is the Committee on Lands and Fiscal Planning, to table a corrected and updated report reflecting clarified information regarding the subject parcel of land and associated documentation. And three, the committee is here, the committee of the House is hereby mandated that the corrected report be subjected to renewed debate and a consideration in plenary be made to enable the County Assembly to discharge its constitutional and legislative obligations effectively and in the public interest. Next order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The order of the day is fully executed.
Honorable members, I want to direct here that the Committee of Lands, you are granted a permission to have special sittings to discuss the same and are presented to the House Business Committee for scheduling the same. On the same note, I want to also to urge members that please take your time to interrogate the report at the committee level as much as possible. And not just to the Committee of Lands. This information goes to all the chairs of committees. Please, when you are given work to do, do it. Whether it's negative or positive, bring it back to the House. I'm saying this because we had an opportunity to discuss with the Committee of Lands. This is a matter that came to the House in December, 4th of December 2024. And when I looked at the Hansard, you were supposed to have dispensed off with the matter within 21 days. That could have been even before opening. I also checked my records. I found I granted opportunity for the Committee of Lands to sit during recess to look into this matter. However, here we are. I believe some of the issues that are raised, some of them have been presented, some of them may come, but please take note that you have the opportunity. All the other committees with reports, please look at it, whether it is positive or negative. Make your resolutions and bring to the House. I also want to request the House leadership. I'm seeing Honorable Chief Whip, Honorable Deputy Leader of Majority, the Honorable Jennifer. I had seen Honorable Pamela, I don't know. Honorable Raya, please let's meet after this session for around 10 minutes before we leave. So you can be upstanding. You can be upstanding. Honorable members, there being no any other business in the order paper, the House stands adjourned until Thursday, the 22nd of May 2025 at 2:30 p.m.